If you or someone you know is a starseed, they may resonate with most, if not all, of the starseed qualities and experiences, which I'm about to talk about. As always, no external list, label or definition can always accurately describe with 100% certainty the starseed experience. One must look within themselves and truly remember what they already know. Find what resonates with you and always trust your heart concerning the answers you seek. Starseed qualities and traits. A starseed has a profound feeling of being very different from other people. Everyone is unique and different from others in some way or another. But for a starseed, this feeling begins at a very early age and stays with them well into adulthood. There may be no external cause of this feeling, and most have relatively normal childhood and adult lives, although they will tend to have some very unusual experiences. Many people will view these individuals as being somewhat weird or eccentric, even if the starseed is trying to act normal and blend in. A starseed knows they're very different, even if they don't quite know why, and even if they try to fake it, they will be unhappy pretending to be anyone but themselves. A starseed individual may discover that they are extremely sensitive and may have a naturally developed sixth sense. Most are highly empathetic. Having empathy means that they have the ability to feel or sense the emotions and sometimes even the thought vibrations of other people, especially those whom they are closest to. If they are not aware of the source of these emotions or energies, then it can seem as if it's their own emotions they're feeling. Unconscious starseeds who are highly empathetic can be easily influenced energetically. This makes it important to learn grounding and shielding techniques so they do not absorb the emotions of others or take them on as their own. The empathetic abilities of a starseed, or any with the ability, can become problematic if one is constantly bombarded with the energy of other people, especially those who are negative. This can result in them becoming increasingly drained energetically over time. This is often the reason why many starseeds feel more comfortable alone in their own private space and tend to feel overwhelmed when around even small groups of familiar people, let alone large groups of strangers. Although some starseeds actually feel better in large crowds, such as those at an event of some sorts, because this way they feel they can blend in more. Many starseeds journey through life feeling alienated from others in some way, and when involved in even small group settings, they often feel disconnected from the others or out of place in some way. Their mind is always buzzing with thought, and sometimes they have feelings of anxiety or even boredom. The starseed tends to think about what the others are thinking about, and this thought stream can sometimes indicate is a strong telepathic ability as well. Starseeds sometimes enjoy simply observing others out of curiosity instead of interacting or being put on the spot. Even the more social and outgoing starseeds will still resonate with some of these qualities and experiences on some level. It's common for starseeds to feel like they don't have much in common with many other people, and sometimes they cannot understand why people do not do what they do and like what they like. They tend to feel much better and lighter in energy when they're around higher vibrational people who are more consciously aware, because these lighter individuals seem to just get it while no one else seems tuned in. In some situations, when interacting with others, a starseed may find themselves suddenly shape-shifting their energy to match the others so they can play along or understand the individual on a deeper level. This unusual experience is hard to describe, but a lot of starseed souls may recognize it. A desire and need to get away from the hustle and bustle of life and from normal people. Starseeds often prefer to be alone, not from a sense of depression, but out of a sense of freedom and feeling like they are in their comfort zone. They tend to benefit and do enjoy seeing others who share their own spiritual interests. They enjoy having deep and more meaningful conversations and can get bored with mindless chit-chat or shallow conversation. A common phenomenon among starseeds is frequently seeing the number 1111 or other repeating numbers sequences appearing on clocks and popping up in other unexpected places often. There is also a particular feeling or sensation that accompanies these synchronicities: the starseed child and young adult. Starseeds tend to be more shy and introverted as children. They also tend to be highly creative and imaginative on many levels. They can spend hours just thinking and pondering in their minds and playing in their own make-believe world. Many would rather spend time by themselves with nature and animals rather than with other children. This can often be due to the feelings of being different from others in some way, or because they feel they can't relate to other children. Many tend to be more comfortable in the company of adults and are often considered mature for their age. Even so, many starseed children grow up feeling misunderstood and can carry a heavy sadness in their heart, at times for reasons they often don't know. Starseed children can sometimes have periods of hyperactivity, and if that accompanies any antisocial behavior, then they are often diagnosed with having ADD or autism in extreme cases. Later on in life, they can often be diagnosed with having bipolar disorder because of the dramatic swings of emotion. But most of these qualities are due to the starseeds' sensitivity to the world around them and empathic abilities, as previously mentioned. As children, starseeds tend to be highly intelligent with an inquisitive mind, even if they suffer from poor grades in school. Starseed children are fascinated by many things and may show early interest in various subjects such as art, music, science, geography, language, reading, history, journaling, writing, and sometimes even poetry. If a subject disinterests a starseed child, or if they feel the information is mundane or useless on some level, they may tend to tune it out and only absorb what excites their passion and curiosity, often soaking up knowledge and even studying subjects on their own. Starseed children often have an imaginary friend. Now, many children have imaginary friends at such a young age, but for the starseed, there is often something unusual surrounding the experience. Starseed children can often create fantasy worlds to explore in their own minds. This is typical for every child to a degree, but even as adults, starseeds have an incredible ability to visualize and ponder on the most incredible things. These images and insights are often very vivid. These mental journeys and daydreamings tend to go beyond the stereotypical fantasies of Earth and can often feel very real. Starseed children often feel more comfortable communicating with animals, nature, trees, and even inanimate objects such as stuffed animals or toys when they are very young. Some may have a feeling or sense as if these things are conscious and can understand them. It's the energy of these beings and objects that the starseed may be sensing, but with animals and people, it can be early signs of an empathetic or telepathic ability. Many starseed children, including adults, have a fondness for particular creatures like felines and wildcats, birds such as owls and eagles, and some even like reptiles. Many starseeds remember having a profound or unusual experience from an early age up until the age of approximately 11 or 12, which may relate to UFOs, stars, and even aliens or extraterrestrials, while others may have more paranormal experiences with spirits and shadow figures. Some physical symptoms and signs of a starseed. Starseeds often experience sensitivity to extreme hot or cold, most of them being more intolerant to cold. They either cannot tolerate the cold as much and prefer warmer or even hot weather, or they are more comfortable in colder weather and find heat intolerant. They may have a high tolerance for pain or sometimes the extreme opposite, and the starseed may be extremely sensitive to pain for some reason. Many starseeds have a high immunity to many viruses that would affect others easily. When they do become sick, which is not that often, they may recover more quickly. Many have a strong body, no matter what body type they may have, and it is not uncommon for a starseed to have never broken a bone within their life. They often heal very quickly from any sprains or injuries in their bodies. Even if weak in appearance, starseeds can have much physical strength and even an inner strength at exact moments when they need it. A strange symptom of some starseeds is that they may have a tendency to bruise very easily and often do not remember how they bumped themselves or got the bruise. They might find other unusual marks or scratches on their body at times and not recall how they might have gotten these. They may have prominent birthmark or mole somewhere on their body. Sometimes a few birthmarks or freckles that they have are unusual in appearance or even form an unusual shape, design or pattern. Many starseeds feel an aversion to bright and unnatural lighting. Starseeds find peace and solace in natural sunlight. They tend to have an affinity with nature, and many have a fondness for trees, in particular especially willow trees for some reason. Many starseeds feel more at home with plants and animals than with other humans. They have acute hearing or above average hearing. They can be extremely sensitive to sound and loud, chaotic noises, which disturbs them immensely. It's not uncommon for starseeds to sometimes hear strange or unusual high pitches, frequencies, or tones in one of their ears. This often happens during periods of accelerated soul growth and can even be accompanied by head pressure, tingling, or other sensations that seem unusual in any area of their body. A common physical trait found among starseeds is having blonde hair, or hair of any color but with a reddish tint. Eyes can vary in color, but many will have unusual or eccentric eyes, either in shape or color, but often just in their intensity. The eyes of a starseed can often be large and bright, or have a unique spark to them. As a child, this can even be more intense. Many starseeds have an extreme sensitivity to alcohol, drugs, and typically to any medicine, while others tend to have an extremely high tolerance to such things. All such physical tendencies, such as these, can vary depending on the individual and can fluctuate over time. This is true with most people, but starseeds tend to be at a higher risk and must try to avoid withdrawing into escapism involving abuse or any substance abuse to cope with the reality and deal with pain. A majority of starseeds, even as young people and young adults, are night owls and enjoy staying up later than the average person. There is a peaceful feeling of solitude and clarity that starseeds feel at night. Those who do sleep earlier may find themselves suddenly awakening for no apparent reason in the middle of the night or early time of morning. Many starseeds have unusual sleeping patterns or find that they can get by on less sleep than the average person, but still there are periods where they may feel extremely fatigued and need more sleep than usual. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment below about your experience as a starseed or having met someone who seems to have common traits of a starseed individual. And please make sure to subscribe to my Instagram as well as TikTok for regular updates. And don't forget to visit my other channel called Miriamrose, and hopefully you will subscribe to it as well. I do appreciate you very much. With absolute gratitude, cosmic kisses. Till next time, bye for now.